I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I got the horses in the back, and horse sack is attached. That is man in black, got the boosters back to match. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Guitaro 5000, and today I'm gonna teach you how to play Old Town Road with the beat and the chords and the riffs all at the same time. That's right. So stay tuned, you're gonna learn it all from beginning to end. First thing, before you ever attempt to learn or play this song, you need one extremely important thing. That is your cowboy hat, ladies and gentlemen. All right? If you don't have one already, pause the video, go get a cowboy hat, come back, and then you're ready. So that me and you together can appropriate cowboy culture. So, next thing to do is to learn that intro riff, those nice cool sounds of the intro, you know what I'm saying? So, the intro is composed of 4 dyads. A dyad is basically 2 notes at the same time. So, and it all sounds like this. Now, originally, I believe those first notes were played by a banjo. If you want to play it on the guitar and you want it to sound similar, all you got to do is do a little thing called palm muting. So without palm muting, it sounds like this. With palm muting, it sounds like this. There we go. Sounds a little bit closer to the actual record. To do a palm mute, all you have to do is take your palm and mute the strings. Put it on top of here, and everything will go from this to this. Right? Now, next thing you got to know are where to put your fingers on which frets and on which strings. We're going to label each of your fingers 1 through 5. Finger 1, finger 2, finger 3, finger 4, finger 5. And of course, if you have been playing the guitar for any length of time, you know that this is fret 1, fret 2, fret 3, fret 4, fret 5. And each of these strings from here to here are E, A, D, G, B, and E. It's the low E, it's the high E. So take finger number 3 and put it on the 4th fret of the low E string for this note. Then take finger number 1 and put it on the 1st fret of the B string for this note. Together, this is your first dyad. 2 notes. So in the song, these 2 notes are played twice. Palm muted, it sounds like this. Right? To play your next dyad, take your 2nd finger and put it on the 2nd fret of the B string. Take your 1st finger and put it on the 2nd fret of the A string. Sounds like this. This is your 2nd dyad. And of course in the song, this is played twice. So if you palm mute it, it sounds like this. And for your 3rd dyad, keep your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the B string and take your 1st finger off while putting your 5th finger, your thumb, on the 2nd fret of the low E string for this note here. Together, your 3rd dyad sounds like this. If you palm mute it, it sounds like this. Next, take your 5th finger off, and that's the only thing you're changing. So the low E string will be open, and you still have your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the B string. And this is your last dyad, your 4th one, your 4th dyad. So together, it would sound like this. That's right. Now, the next part of the song has a riff that goes like dun, 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 dun. You want to add that on top of what you're playing, and this is how you do it. Dun, 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 dun. That's how you do it. Easy, right? Now, You want to take this step by step. The way that you get good at this is to practice it over and over again. So you might want to start, if going from this to this is a bit challenging, just do that part over and over and over again. Actually, you can just practice doing the first one over and over again. You kind of have to stretch between these two fingers to actually do that. And you could go from the first dyad to the second dyad over and over again, just like that. And when you have that mastered, then you can go to the fourth one, or the third one, let's say. So, that's the first one. Is the second one. Is the third one. Is the fourth one. The other thing you have to do is you have to believe that you can do it. Once you believe you can do it, you can do it. I believe in you. So, keep believing in yourself as well. All right. Next thing you want to work on are the chords. Chords to this song will be in the description, and I'm going to tell you them in this video. A flat major is the first chord. This is when you get the horses in the back, you know what I'm saying? A flat, horses in the back. And B is the next chord. Horse dog is attached. And F sharp major is the next chord. And it's mad at black. And E major is the next chord. Got the boots of black to match. So all together, it sounds like this. Horses in the back, horse back is attached, and it's mad at black, got the boots of black to match. Right? Now, of course, as I told you, if you want to get really good at playing this, just start with what you can do, even if it's just one chord, and go from that chord to the next chord, back and forth, like that. Practice makes perfect, and then go to the next one and the next one. So that's the chord progression. And that chord progression is in the whole song. It never changes. So you know everything you need to know to play this song. Except, you gotta learn that beat. See? All right, so here's how to play the beat. You gotta know how to play each of the sounds. The sounds you wanna really get in this beat, the most important sounds are the kick drum sound and the snare drum sound. Now, to get the kick drum sound, all you have to do is hit the strings, just slap it. Slap it with your thumb, like that. If you slap the strings with the chord, it will sound like this. Now, if your chord sounds like this, you're not doing it right. Not yet, not yet. All you have to do is make sure to let your thumb bounce off of the strings like that. You can hear that chord fully. It probably will help to align your thumb parallel to the, what's this called, the bridge? Is it called the bridge? Okay. You can talk, it's okay. That's Dan the man behind the cam. So, that is how you get that kick drum sound. So it's probably a good idea to practice each chord with the kick drum sound. So yes. Practice that first. Now, once you have that down, the next sound you want to learn is the snare drum sound. Now, I have a piece of tin on top of the guitar to make that snare drum sound closer to a real snare. But you don't need this to do that. You can do that just by hitting the body of the guitar, and this is how your snare might sound like. So, if you were to hit the kick and the snare, it sound like this. Just practice that beat, just to get used to making those sounds. Yeah. Now, the actual beats of the song will sound like this. Yeah, close enough. The actual beat, I have a diagram for you right here, and you would learn this beat by counting from 1 to 8 and putting an and in between each of the numbers. So you would count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, right? Now, each time you count, to make this simpler to learn, all you have to do is add one sound per count. So your first count would have no sounds, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Continue on and adding sounds each time you count, eventually you'll get a beat that sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. That'll be a beat. All you have to do now is do it at the same time with the chords. So I would probably, if you're just learning the beat, I'd probably start the count over again and adding sounds each time while switching chords. It's kind of like multitasking. So it'd be like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2. Just the chords first and practice it along with the record. Get that perfectly first, and it will take some time, but you can get it right, and then start working on that, that whole drum beat. And all the diagrams that are in this video are also in the description, and all you gotta do is learn them. You might want to, I don't know, go to the park, or maybe go out to the city and just 1 and 2 and 3. Go out to random people and say 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. You know what I'm saying? And do this as many hours as you possibly can, and eventually you'll get it right. And you'll have the horses in the back, horse stock is attached, hat is matted black, got the boosters back to match. My hat is matted black. I almost wore a brown hat for this, and Dan, the man behind the cam, convinced me to wear this hat, not even realizing that it goes perfectly with the song. I got the horses in the back, horse stock is attached, hat is matted black, got the boosters back to match. Now, if you want to get really fancy after you've mastered this, all you gotta do now is add a little hi-hat to it, like this. Horses in the back, horse stock is attached, hat is matted black, got the boosters back to match. You could always do some fills too with it. Horses in the back, horse stock is attached, hat is matted black, got the boosters back to match. Yeah. So I think now it's probably appropriate for me to at least try to connect. Yeah, I will play the intro and the chords and the beat all in order. So remember, first dyad, second dyad, third dyad, fourth dyad, and you're gonna do the ding dong 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 dong. Then at the top of your lungs, yeah, I'm gonna take my horse through the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse through the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I got the horses in the back, yeah, horse stock is attached, hat is matted. Just come and dance with me. Come on. There we go. Oh wait, you should come dance with her. That's your wife? Come on. Okay. Horses in the back, yeah, horse stock is attached, hat is matted black, got the boosters back to match. Can you sing the chords with me?
I don't know the words.
Oh, all you need to know is this. Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't. Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the. That's right. I'm gonna what?
Ride till I can't.
That's right. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. You're really good. You're a natural performer. What's
my granddaughter does it too.
I wish she would do that with me. I play, and she doesn't do that.
Oh well, maybe. Why don't you go ahead and play? Maybe she'll do it now. Come on, man.
I don't know the words or anything.
Well, okay. Do you know chords?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I'll show you how to play the chords.
All right, what am I playing at?
Yeah. So here we go.
That's a good song.
Yes.
Learn that one.
Okay, so the chords are. Do you know how to play A flat major?
It's an A minor.
Okay, that's an A.
You want
So
A minor?
yeah, there we go. All right, A minor. Okay, so why don't you just play your favorite song? What's your favorite song?
Oh, this one's from.
Sing it.
I don't know the words to it.
Okay, well sing any song you want. Any song you want.
Oh well, I can't sing those songs there.
Okay, just play. Okay, you should dance with him because he says you never dance with him when he plays. So come and dance. Yeah, there we go. We should dance with him. You dance on that side so he doesn't get jealous. All right, there we go. It worked. She danced with you. Now you can't say they should never dance with you while you were playing.
Thank you, man.
Well, how do you feel? How do you feel now?
Good.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for playing with me. All right. So that concludes the lesson of Old Town Road, and I'll see you guys next video.